Trade Union Act 1959 aimed to regulate trade union activities to create and develop in an orderly and peaceful manner. The Act establishes severe statutory and procedural requirements for the creations and operations of the Malaysian labour system. For instance, Malaysia has a three-tier labour system, whereas the Ministry of Human Resources develops and implements labour policies and law. Next, Labour and Employer Trade Union Federation will represent the people in labour concern. Lastly, the regulations of employer-employee relations to promote excellent industrial relations. The majority of trade unions are not linked with any firm. Trade unions make an effort to establish close working connection with businesses. This can occasionally take the form of a cooperation agreement between the employer and the trade union outlining their mutual interests and goals such as giving legal and financial advice to members, providing educational opportunities and consumer incentives such as discounted insurance.
Now, I will continue with the objectives of the trade union. There are 5 main objectives of the trade union that must be fulfilled regarding to its members. First and foremost, the trade union was formed to promote the industrial, social, and intellectual interests of its members. In maintaining a productive and efficient working environment, they must have two-way communication, great tolerance, cooperation, and a good social environment, either in the association or in the workplace itself. Trade unions are taken the duty to serve and improve the knowledge of its members. As for that, training and development are required to be done in order to improve the ability, knowledge, and skills of its members. Another aim of this association is to obtain and maintain for its members just and proper rates of remuneration, security of employment, and reasonable hours and condition of works. This is significantly to prioritize the justice of the workers in order to avoid arising of any cases of misuse of power among the top authorities to any of the public or private personnel. The well-being and rights of the members under the association are critical to take serious because this will affect the productivity and performance being of the workers if not being taken seriously by the trade union. On top of that, to promote the material, social, and educational welfare of the members are also one of the trade union's objectives. For instance, concerning to the material welfare, every worker must get at least the minimum wage as standardized by the government in the Employment Act 1955, have SOCSO and EPF savings provided by the employer for the future welfare of the employees after their retirement. Fulfilling the social and educational welfare of the employees are also important for a better working life and experience. In addition, trade unions are also responsible to promote legislation affecting the interests of the members in particular or trade unionists in general. As for the trade union, it is compulsory for them to carry out the best set of rules and regulations that meets the needs and rights of its members. With stronger set of laws and regulations, the human rights of the employees are more assured. Last but not least, the trade unionists are established to ensure stable employment of workers and resist the schemes of management which reduces employment opportunities. For instance, during the pandemic of COVID-19, they had results rise of unemployment rate in the world as well as in Malaysia itself. As an alternative to bear this issue, the trade union has set out its aim to establish more job vacancies for the unemployed, especially among the fresh graduates.
Definition of the right of trade union can be defined as a social, legal, and ethical obligation to perform or not. The trade union has many legal rights that have been given to it and it can be exercised. Besides, the non-registered trade union have the same rights as registered trade union. This can be referred to the Part 4 of the Trade Union Act 1959, which detail of a trade union rights, which is in Section 25(1) of the Trade Union Act, the rights to sue under the registered name, and in Section 35(6) of the Trade Union Act, the right to be represented in any civil or criminal proceeding by its lawyer. The first right of trade union that's stipulated in Trade Union Act 1959 is legal action. In Section 25(1) of the Trade Union Act allows a union to take legal action and be charged at the same time. As we all know, trade union is significant because it protects the union member in negotiation with employers. This initiative aims to guarantee that members are able to get better working environment at their place of employment. However, if there are any problem with the legal action, the trade union can be charged. In Section 25(2) of the Trade Union Act, that an unregistered trade union could be charged under the name it used or was referred to by. It means that if a problem arises with an unregistered trade union, it can be sued and prosecuted using the name under which it has been functioning or widely known. In Section 25(3) of the Trade Union Act, it was specified that a deregistered trade union could be charged under the name it has previously used or registered. This is similar to Section 25(2) of the Trade Union Act. When issues of problem develop, it is possible to sue and charge the trade union. Besides, the registered trade unions are not entitled to the same immunity from liability as registered trade union. Example case of Malaysian Airlines against the National Union of Flight Attendants, Malaysia NUFAM, as well as its General Secretary was named Muhammad Akram bin Osman. Malaysia Airlines began disciplinary proceedings against 30 members of the NUFAM on 40 February 2014. From the above cases, what we can relate with the rights of the Trade Union Act 1959 shows that in Section 35(1), trade union can take legal action, but if there are any problem with the legal action, the trade union also can be charged. This clearly shows that NUFAM takes a legal action of Malaysian Airlines because denying for recognized the union by held a secret ballot vote with the Director General of the Industrial Department. After that, in December 2030, Malaysia Airlines terminated or charged the 10 members of NUFAM because the statements they made in Facebook group. Second right is representation in court proceeding. In Section 25(6) of the Trade Union Act, a trade union must appear in any civil or criminal process. This means that if a trade union is involved in civil or criminal case, they must appear. The trade union needs to participate in the court case by using the trade union name, and there is no other option. There are some cases in Malaysia where the trade union is represented in court. Besides, the trade union in Malaysia could be involved in court proceedings in the country. Next, not all court proceedings let trade union involved, although the trade union can be represented in court proceedings. The trade union is only required to appear in civil and criminal proceedings. If a trade union is a suspect or plaintiff in a criminal case, they must be involved in the court proceedings. Example, cases related on the right of Trade Union Act 1959 is Renisas Semiconductor KL Sdn Bhd versus members of the Electronics Industry Employees Union Western Region Peninsula Malaysia. Since 2011, this case has been processed and finally resolved on 2016. Renisas terminated Wan Nurul Azhar bin Muhammad Hanafiah, the president of the union, on August 26, 2011. The alleged misconduct was that his actions were contrary to specific company standards. From the case above, according to the Trade Union Act 1959, Section 25(6) of Part 4 states that the trade union must appear in any civil or criminal proceeding, and this has been demonstrated in this case. Wan Nurul Azhar was challenging his dismissal from the Industrial Relations Department because the alleged misconduct had nothing to do with his work performance. She appears as plaintiff in the court proceeding to solve the case regarding her statement about the complaints her made in Facebook page, but it has nothing to do with her job performance.
Net financial support. Trade union financing is strongly supported by its members through the payment of entry fee and monthly membership subscription made by members when they become union members. The use of this money is confined to purpose set out in the Trade Union Act Section 50 and the rule of the trade union. According to the Act, union fund can only be used for the stated purpose, which include paying salary for union employees, expenses for the office maintenance, and so on. In Section 25(5) of the Trade Union Act, provide that any fine imposed on the union are recoverable through hardship and the sale of any movable property owned or held as a trust for a trade union in line with any written criminal procedure law. Industry action is the last right of trade union. According to Section 25A of the Trade Union Act of 1959, both employee and employer trade union can initiate legal strike and lockout action to stop a trade. The provision further indicate that if a trade union does not comply with the standard or regulation, penalty will be imposed. This means that if the trade union does not obey the regulation, they may face legal action. Although the trade union has the right, they also have an exemption that they must comply to. A registered trade union, for example, can be sued or convicted using its registered name. This is in accordance with Section 25A(1) of the Act. Subsequently, a trade union whose registration has been withdrawn or revoked may be sued and punished under the name in which it is registered. This is mentioned in Section 25(2) of the Trade Union Act. Aside from that, there is an exception set forth in Section 25(4) of the Trade Union Act. Any money recovered from a trade union can be executed or issued against any property belonging to or held as a trust for trade union other than the benevolent fund of a registered union in any civil case.
The importance of trade union in Malaysia. There are 4 employees and employers. Firstly, the importance of trade union for employees is to provide a collective forum for the employees. It also existed based on a certain trade, occupation or industry of the employees. According to the regulation of trade union, the employer of the union must ensure that their industry or trade are similar. It is essential to ease the employees voice out their grievances or worries about their working life. Within trade union, it could lead them as employees to cooperate to voice out their needs or problem faced. For example, QPAC has objected the proposal that government want to increase retirement age to 65 in this country because majority civil servants who have the age of 60 are already facing many challenges, such as they have health issues and having hard time to adapt the updated technologies. Secondly, it can solve the dispute among employees and employers, including protect their rights. For example, the dispute or issue occurred at workplace are discrimination applies such as favoritism, differentiate wages, or there is an imbalance in the payment of wages in terms of race, gender, and others too. It is essential for them as employees to participate in trade union to protect their right at workplace. According to Alan Flanders, one of the main reasons to join trade union is to protect and secure the right of workers. Trade union also as a tool that acts as a job security protection, which is its right to protect workers from committing mass layoff or unfair layoff. In addition, trade unions also help employers to save time and cost by mediating employment dispute. This is because within the trade union, they do not have to bring the dispute to the court that will take long time, and it will bring so many costs to solve the issue. So they take the initiative to solve problem within mediating employment dispute. Mediation is a procedure in which disputant, in this case, the employer and the union will engage a neutral third party, the mediator, to assist them in resolving their problem. In the process of mediating, the experienced mediator will come to the parties and help them. Lastly, trade unions also empower employees by providing advocacy support for better working conditions with the healthier trade practice. Advocacy support also can improve the staff retention. Trade union will engage with the employers on behalf of their employees to identify solutions that fulfill corporate demand while also assuring equitable treatment of employees. Union also promote employee retention
and minimize absenteeism by giving employees a voice and support them when they are having hard time at workplace. Not only that, but the union also support in learning new skills.
In conclusion, the freedom to work is acknowledged in Malaysian industrial law. However, it is severely limited. Workers' right to strike is not denied. It is limited to strike a balance between unlimited strike freedom and the necessity for industrial peace for the sake of economic progress. The trade union must abide by all regulation, particularly the provisions of the Trade Union Act of 1959. It should discourage members from engaging in illegal activities like strikes. Trade unions are responsible for properly administering union finance in compliance with the union bylaws as well as the law. Employees or employers' trade union must be served with a notice of recognition by a trade union. That's all. Thank you.